My beloved child, listen carefully, for this very moment carries destiny for your life. My decree has gone forth, and no power in heaven or on earth can hinder it from becoming reality. From the very beginning, when I placed the breath of life into your chest, every detail of your journey was woven with my love and wisdom. You may have felt lost many times at times, thinking I had been silent too long or wondering if the promises of heaven were still meant for you. But today I speak to you that such silence was never abandonment. It was part of the intricate design to train your faith. Now the season of waiting has reached its fulfillment. A new season is opening, and I call you to walk with courage. Do you know that every tear you shed in those long nights has been etched into my remembrance? Every whispered prayer, however small, has reached the throne of glory. The prophet Isaiah wrote, "See, I have engraved you on the palms of my hands. Your walls are ever before me." Isaiah 49:16. This is not an empty promise, but the guarantee that not a single moment of your life has been overlooked. Every trial, every drop of sweat, every hidden wound has shaped you into a stronger vessel, able to hold the abundance I am about to pour out. The days gone by may have seemed like a journey over stony ground, yet each step has been preparation for you to stand firm on the new path now unfolding. I know that questions stir in your heart. You fear you may not be ready, that you lack what is needed to embrace the change ahead. You look around and see circumstances that do not appear favorable. But remember, I never asked you to prepare everything by your own strength. Every provision is in my hand, for I am the eternal God, the one who makes a way in the wilderness and causes streams to flow in the desert. When I called Abraham to leave his homeland, he did not know where he was going, but faith made him the father of many nations. In the same way, you do not need to see the whole picture. You need only trust the hand that leads you step by step. My child, I am not merely shifting a few small details in your life. I am bringing about a complete realignment. What you once thought permanent, what you believed would endure forever, is being uprooted to make way for the new. Do not be afraid when the ground beneath you trembles, for I am not leading you into chaos, but building heavenly order. Like a potter shaping the clay, I am molding the form of your life to fit more perfectly into the great plan already ordained. And when that work is complete, you will rise with a strength and clarity you never imagined possible. There are doors that have closed and you thought all paths had ended. You knocked on them persistently, hoping they would open, but I allowed them to remain shut because I am preparing doors far greater and brighter. Remember my word in Revelation 3:8. See, I have set before you an open door that no one can shut. My power transcends every opinion, every human obstacle, and every scheme of the enemy. If I decide to open, no force can close it. Rest assured, you are being ushered into a new chapter where opportunities are arranged with precision to align with the destiny I have designed. You will see certain relationships fade not because of failure, but because they have fulfilled their purpose in the previous season of your life. At the same time, new connections will appear divinely appointed to walk with you in the next season. Do not cling to what has passed, nor grieve over those who have moved on. Just as the vine must be pruned to bear more fruit, I am removing branches that no longer serve, so your life will flourish with fruitfulness like never before. Everything I do has a clear intention to bring you into fullness within my good plan. My child, do not let fear overtake you as you hear these words. I know that change unsettles the human heart, but let my word be your shield. Stand firm in faith, for your obedience and patience are about to be revealed openly. The time will come when those who doubted you will marvel as they see my power at work in your life. Dreams, once vague hopes, will become reality. Prayers once thought hopeless will be answered plainly. I am bringing you from scarcity to abundance, from darkness into light, from wandering into a place of firm establishment. Remember, I do not bless you merely for comfort, but so you may become a source of blessing to many. You are a chosen vessel to carry my light into dark places. Therefore, when you are lifted up, keep your heart humble and your eyes fixed on me. Let worship anchor your soul, so that wherever you are placed, you remain steadfast in purpose. I am the one who began the work within you, and I am the one who will complete it until the day of fulfillment. My beloved child, you once thought the long days of silence were meaningless, that your petitions had been forgotten in the void. But in truth, each moment carried weight in my plan for you. Just as gold must be refined by fire, so your spirit has needed testing to reveal true strength. Without hardship, you would never have learned patience, nor what it means to trust completely when all escape seemed sealed. I have used adversity itself to shape your soul, not to break you down, but to raise you up with an unshakable faith. David once wrote, "Before I was afflicted, I went astray, but now I obey your word." Psalm 119:6-7. Likewise, trials have brought you back to me, fastening your grip on my promises as your lifeline. I know that in the darkest nights when hope seemed extinguished, you wept in secret. You felt abandoned sometimes, questioning if I still cared. But child, not a single tear has fallen unnoticed. Each tear is like a seed sown into the ground, destined to blossom in due season. When Moses was cast into the wilderness, he thought his journey was over. Yet it was the wilderness that became his spiritual school, preparing him to lead an entire nation. So too, your wilderness is not an ending, but the training ground for the greater mission ahead. Never make a mistake waiting for a meaningless delay. In the stillness I have been working at depths your eyes cannot yet perceive. Just as a seed must die in the soil before it can sprout, the dreams you thought had perished are in fact being preserved in darkness. At the appointed time, new life will burst forth exceeding your expectation, Paul wrote. And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose, Romans 8:2-8. You cannot yet see how I am arranging the pieces, but I see the full picture. Every turn, every delay, every closed door contributes to the grand symphony I am composing for your life. There were times you prayed for me to change your situation instantly, and I did not. Not because I was indifferent, but because I see farther than your immediate desires. I care more for your long-term growth than for temporary comfort. If I gave you what you desired before your heart was ready, that very blessing could become a burden. Therefore, I patiently prepared, waiting until your spirit was strong enough to carry the great things I am about to entrust to you. Remember, you are not being delayed, you are being prepared. Just as a father does not hand a weapon to a child who cannot yet wield it, I do not give you new responsibilities until you are ready to step into them. I have seen how you kept the faith in the days of darkness. When everything seemed to be against you, you still chose to hold on to my word. When the enemy whispered that you were abandoned, you still whispered your prayers. It was that small yet steadfast faithfulness that touched my heart. Now I am preparing to unveil a new season in which my faithfulness will be revealed openly. What once existed only in prayer will become reality. You will see clearly that my silence was never in vain. I have been working unceasingly, and now the veil will be lifted so that your own eyes may behold it. New doors will open, not because you have labored beyond measure, but because my hand has arranged them. The walls that once confined you will crumble not by your strength, but by the power I display. This will astonish both you and those around you. They will not be able to deny that it is only the Lord God who could have done this. And in that wonder, my name will be exalted. And you, my beloved one, will become a living witness of my unfailing faithfulness. I am releasing you from scarcity and bringing you into abundance. It is not only a change of position, but a total transformation of your spirit and your mind. You will no longer live in uncertainty, but in clarity. You will no longer be bound by old fears, but will walk in freedom. This transition is not light, for it requires you to let go of what is familiar yet it is necessary for you to enter into fullness. Believe that everything I remove is only to make room for something greater. And in this process, do not forget that I am your only source of provision. Wherever I lead you, they will be supplied in full. When I send, I also prepare the way. You will not lack, for I am the good shepherd who leads my sheep to green pastures and still waters. I have already prepared every need, resources, people, and opportunities. You do not have to strive in anxiety. You only need to walk in trust. Do not fear, as the signs of change grow clearer. The long-awaited time has come, and everything I have promised is about to be fulfilled. Rise with courage. Lift up your head, for you no longer wait in the shadows. The light of a new chapter is opening brilliantly before you, and I am the one who goes ahead, making the path straight for you to walk. What I began in you, I will surely bring to completion until it is perfected. My child, the change I proclaim is not merely a shift in geography or outward circumstance, but a profound transformation reaching into the deepest roots of your soul. Everything I am doing is to draw you out of old comforts and into a richness you have never known. Just as Israel, when leaving Egypt, had to abandon their old habits and leave behind their slavery to learn how to live as a free people, so I am drawing you out of unseen chains to bring you into a new land where you may breathe freedom and walk in the light of promise. The season of wandering and obscurity has ended. Now is the season of settlement of a home that truly belongs to you, both in spirit and in reality. What I am building will astonish you. It is not a small adjustment, but a complete rebuilding. I am uprooting the unstable foundations so that I may build upon the solid rock that is myself. As it is written in Psalm 127:1, "Unless the Lord builds the house, they labor in vain to build it." I myself will establish the dwelling place for you, so that it becomes a sanctuary of peace where you are sheltered and covered by my presence. You will no longer feel like a wanderer without direction, but you will know you are firmly placed in the eternal plan of your Creator. Even the smallest details, a room, a wall, a window, I will touch so that all of it reflects my love for you. You may be asking, Lord, am I strong enough to receive this? Can I bear the weight of the new responsibility? I tell you, it is I who gives strength. It is I who upholds you in weakness, and it is my grace that makes you stand firm. As Paul declared, "When I am weak, then I am strong," 2 Corinthians 1:2-10. Do not look at your limitations. Look to my limitless power. When I say you are ready, no one can say otherwise. Every preparation of these past years, even those you did not perceive, has brought you to this very point where you can carry what is new. Rest assured, I never lay a burden upon you that is beyond your ability to bear. I give the new not to cause you to stumble, but to lift you higher. Know this transformation will not only touch your life, but will ripple outward to many others. I am setting you as a lamp on its stand, that your light may shine into the darkness. Your life will become a living testimony of my power and love. As you step into your new dwelling, both spiritually and physically, it will be the birthplace of new dreams and great visions. It will be the place where your prayers rise like incense, where songs of praise ascend, and where my presence is tangibly felt. Whoever enters will know it is not just a house, but a sanctuary where I dwell, where my peace and mercy overflow. Do not cling to the past. What has gone has fulfilled its purpose. Now I am doing something new, and you must step forward with an open heart. If you keep looking back at what is lost, you will miss what I am creating ahead. Just as Lot and his family were called out of Sodom, but his wife turned back and became a pillar of salt, so I call you not to linger in regret. Lift your eyes forward, where I am opening doors no one can shut. Be assured that I have gone ahead to prepare the way, and every step you take will be on solid ground. I bless you not for your comfort alone, but that you may become a blessing to many. Everything I place in your life, the new home, the new position, the new responsibility, carries a purpose beyond yourself. You will be an instrument through which I bring healing hope and light to the weary. Keep your heart humble. Do not let success make you proud. Let every word of praise return to my name, for it is I who have done it all. Rest in this assurance, I am Jehovah Jireh, your provider. You will lack nothing. Wherever I lead, there will be overflowing supply. As you walk in faith, you will witness an outpouring beyond all you have ever asked or imagined. This is the promise of heaven: you will not walk alone. My angels will encamp around you to guard you. Every opposition will fail. Every evil plan will be overturned by my presence. Therefore, prepare your heart, cast off anxiety, silence the voices of doubt. Stand firm in faith and walk in obedience. A new chapter is unfolding, and I am calling you to be a witness of my surpassing power. The coming days are not days of fear, but days of fulfillment. Lift your head and see, for your season has come, and it will surpass all you have ever envisioned. My child, the change I am working towards is not simply moving you from one place to another. It is a process of release, of cleansing, and of re-establishing from the very roots. You have grown accustomed to a certain environment, to habits, relationships, and patterns of life that seemed stable. But within that stability, your soul has become confined with no room to grow. Therefore, I am leading you out of what you thought was secure in order to enlarge your boundaries. Just as a father knows when his child has grown too big to remain in his arms, so I know the time has come for you to step into a new stage of maturity. You cannot cling to the shadows of the past and at the same time walk into the light of the future. The time of separation has come, and I am the one bringing it about. I am not the author of confusion. On the contrary, I am the God of order, and everything I do has purpose. When I remove you from familiar ground, it is because that place can no longer nourish the potential I have planted within your soul. Just as Abraham was called to leave his country, his people, and his father's household to go to the land I promised, so you are being called to let go of the old in order to embrace new territory. If Abraham had clung to the past, he would never have become the father of nations. In the same way, if you hold on to what is gone, you will miss the blessing that surpasses imagination waiting ahead. I cannot pour new wine into old wineskins, for they will burst. I must prepare a new vessel, your spirit, your mind, and your circumstance, to contain the abundance I am about to pour out. My beloved, I know this transition makes you afraid. You ask yourself, what if I lose everything? What if I cannot adapt in time? But remember, I am not uprooting you to abandon you, but to replant you in richer soil. Joseph was once sold into slavery, seemingly cast away, yet that very displacement became the door leading him into a noble position within Pharaoh's palace. Without that painful removal, Joseph would never have been in place to save an entire nation from famine. So it is with you. The disruption you are enduring is not meant to destroy you, but to place you exactly where I have destined, in the place where you will become the answer to the needs of many. You must remember that my power is greater than every plan of man, and my love runs deeper than every fear. Therefore, this transition is not loss, but a divine handover into a higher level of my good and perfect will. Each time I alter the landscape of your life, it is my way of teaching you to trust. You see only a fragment, but I see the entire tapestry. You notice tangled threads, but I behold the masterpiece. Do not strive to understand every detail now, for there are mysteries I will only reveal once you have walked further along the way. Hold your heart steady, for faith is not sight, but stepping forward while seeing nothing yet. As Paul wrote, "For we walk by faith, not by sight," 2 Corinthians 5:7. Every step you take in faith is a declaration that you trust me above circumstances that you choose, my word above the noise around you, and that you cling to my promises above your anxieties. Do not think that I lead you into change in order to make you suffer. My final aim is always glory and blessing. Just as a tree must be pruned in order to bear more fruit, your life must undergo the removal of what is not essential. You will watch certain relationships fade, certain habits vanish, even certain dreams of old no longer fitting your future. Do not mourn them, for I am clearing space for what is new. Regard each loss as a doorway to greater gain. I have promised that weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. Psalm 3:05. What you release today will become the foundation of tomorrow's joy and fulfillment. Do not let change paralyze you with fear. Instead, see it as a sign that I am moving. Every shift in your life bears my fingerprints. When I stir it is to prepare for new revelation. When I shake it is to remove what cannot endure. When I close one door, it is so I may open another, leading to something far better. Walk in the assurance that you are not alone. All of heaven stands behind you. My angels are guarding every step you take, and I, the faithful one, will never forsake you midway on the journey. I want you to remember that change brings not only responsibility but also release. The burdens that once weighed heavily will no longer bind you as before. When I relocate you, I also strip away unseen loads from your shoulders. For years, you have carried anxieties and cares I never asked you to bear. You thought you had to strive alone to prove your worth. But in this new season, I desire that you learn the rest of grace. Let me carry it for you, for my yoke is easy and my burden is light. As you surrender, you will discover true freedom, and only in that freedom will you soar like an eagle across wide skies. What I am doing in your life will become a mirror for many others. They will see how you face trial, how you choose trust over trembling. Your steadfastness will become a wordless encouragement to those whose faith is wavering. Your life is not just your own story, but a living testimony that I am faithful. As you enter, the new others will be lifted to believe that I too can do the same for them. This is why I call you to be faithful, not only for your own benefit, but for the sake of a generation watching you for hope. Remember that every movement I orchestrate is perfectly timed. Not early, not late, but exact. I am the Lord of time, the one who sets the sun to rise and fall on schedule, the one who orders the seasons in succession. If I can keep the universe in a precise rhythm, would I not also know the exact moment for your life? Therefore, cast aside worry, for this hour has been ordained. Your part is simply to walk in obedience. The rest I will fulfill. My beloved, I call you now to rise and walk forward, for the hour of hesitation has ended. You have been in preparation long enough, and now the appointed time for action has come. What I have worked within you during this season has not only been to build patience, but to forge a faith able to stand firm in every wind. If life were always easy, you would never know the true strength I have placed inside you. It is in trial that faith is refined. It is in storms that endurance shines. Now I want you to apply what has been formed in you, so that you will no longer be a hearer only, but a doer. As James wrote, be doers of the word and not hearers only, deceiving yourselves. James 1:2. You have received and guarded my word in your heart, and now the time has come to walk it out and prove that faith through action. I know you still hesitate. You think you are not enough, that you lack too much for this new season's demands. But remember, everything needed has already been prepared by hand. You do not need to carry the heavy baggage of the past, for I have already set provision before you. When Israel walked in the wilderness, they carried no grain nor ovens, yet I rained manna from heaven and drew water from the rock. So it shall be with you as you step onto this new path. Everything you need will arrive in its time. Do not fear, for my supply has never failed. I am Jehovah Jireh, the God who provides, opening the way and granting all you require to complete the journey. This transition is not meant to thrust you into instability, but to establish you in true security. The stability you thought you had was only temporary, but what I am building is an everlasting foundation. I want you to learn to place trust, not in place people or circumstance, but in me alone. When you do, you will no longer be shaken by the shifting of the world. You will become like a steadfast stone, anchored in the rock of ages. As Psalm 6:2-6 declares, "He alone is my rock and my salvation, my fortress. I shall not be shaken." This is my desire for you, a life unmovable amid the storm, because its foundation rests wholly on me. You will realize that in this process of change, I am not merely rearranging circumstances, but expanding your influence. Places you never imagined yourself entering, I will lead you into. Doors you never dared knock upon, I will open before you. People you never thought to meet will become companions appointed to stand with you. This is not coincidence, but precise alignment within the plan I have drawn. Every condition, every connection, every support is converging to bring you to the place I desire. You will see it more clearly with each passing day, and you will know it is not by your own strength, but by my mighty hand. The enemy will do all he can to plant doubt in this crucial moment. He will whisper that you will fail, that you are inadequate, that this change is too heavy for you, but silence those lies immediately with the truth of my word. Stand firm and declare, "I can do all things through him who strengthens me." Philippians 4:1-3. When you wield my word as a sword, every deception is cut down. Do not allow your mind to become the battlefield of uncertainty. Fill it instead with promise, with hope, with praise. The truth is that you are fully equipped and upheld by divine strength. In this change, I am not calling you to walk alone. I am weaving you together with others, those who share the vision, who share the faith, who share the purpose. These will be companions who lift you even as you lift them. I never intended you to journey in isolation, for my body is community. My body is the church. As you step into the new, you will discover divine relationships being formed. And in that unity, my work will advance with greater power. Do not fear letting go of certain old ties, for I am replacing them with bonds far stronger, bound together by my Spirit. Guard your heart from regret. The past is finished, and it holds no power to shape your future. Set your gaze forward, where I have prepared every good thing. As Paul said, forgetting what lies behind and straining forward to what lies ahead. Philippians 3:1-3. Walk on with expectation, for the days to come will overflow with wonder. There will be miracles, there will be breakthroughs, there will be sudden shifts beyond all imagination. These are not vague promises, but truths sealed by my own word. Take a deep breath and prepare yourself. This is your moment. The season of waiting has ended. The hour of action has come. Rise, move forward, and place your trust wholly in me. You are not alone, for I go before you. I walk behind you and I remain beside you. Your steps will not slip, for I hold your hand. And as you enter the new land, you will sing aloud in gratitude. Indeed, the Lord has done great things for me. Believe this with all your heart, my child, for the best days are not behind you, but waiting ahead. I am not calling you to walk in aimless obscurity, but under the clear guidance of my Spirit. My light will go before you, just as the pillar of cloud and the pillar of fire led my people through the wilderness. You will not be lost, for every step has already been ordained. When you do not know which way to turn, lift your eyes to me, and I will show you the exact path. Do not panic when unexpected turns appear, for it is I who am adjusting the course to bring you to the appointed place of destiny. My child, prepare your heart to receive things you have never imagined. I am the God of surprises, the one who surpasses human imagination. There are blessings you have never even asked for yet. I will still give them because I know the true needs of your heart. There are doors you have never dared to knock on, but they will open on their own, for I have already decreed them. This is not merely a change to satisfy your desires, but a movement to bring you into a larger vision, one far beyond personal borders, so that my name may be exalted through your life. Do not let the voice of worry bind you, nor allow old memories to drag you backward. The present moment is a gift I have given you, and if you choose to walk in faith, you will see my faithfulness revealed clearly. Be strong and courageous, as Joshua was when he heard me say, "Be strong and courageous." Do not be afraid or dismayed, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go, Joshua 1:9. This is also my word for you today. Wherever you must go, whatever lies ahead, I am always with you to uphold, protect, and lead. Be assured that this change is the beginning of a radiant new chapter. You will look back and see that every step, even the hard ones, was perfect preparation. Every loss will turn into testimony, every trial into glory, and every tear into seed for a harvest of joy. This is the confirmation that I never abandon you, and what I have promised will surely come to pass. Lift your head and move forward, for your season has come, and no one can take away what I have destined for you, my beloved. The true change I am bringing is not only outward but begins within your heart. Every relocation, every shift in place or circumstance is but a shadow reflecting a deeper transformation in your spirit. If there is only outward change without inner renewal, the new blessings cannot endure. That is why, before I take you to a new place, I have patiently shaped, healed, and refined you from within, so you can become a vessel clean and strong enough to carry greater things. As the Apostle Paul wrote, "If anyone is in Christ, he is a new creation. The old has passed away. Behold, all things have become new." 2 Corinthians 5:1-7. You will see that it is in this renewal that you will find true freedom. My child, through the years I have used circumstances to reveal your heart, to expose hidden things you yourself did not recognize. When you faced failure, I wanted you to see that your worth does not rest in success or status, but in my unchanging love. When you were betrayed, I wanted you to learn forgiveness, so you would no longer be imprisoned by bitterness. When you felt lonely, I wanted you to realize that I was still near, closer than your very breath. These experiences were never meant to crush you, but to peel away the hardened layers around your heart, so you would become soft, open, and moldable. For I cannot fill a vessel that is sealed tight. It must be opened, ready to receive. So too, with your soul, it must be released to be filled with my abundance. Pay attention. Inner transformation always precedes outer change. If you have not learned humility, then new positions will become a trap that leads to pride. If you have not learned forgiveness, then new relationships will soon break. If you have not learned to walk in trust, then new doors will bring fear instead of joy. That is why I allowed you to pass through trials for training. Like gold in fire, you were refined, so that the impurities would be removed, leaving only purity. And when your soul is prepared, everything outward will begin to align with the new state within. This is the secret of transformation. It is not circumstances that shape a person, but renewal in the heart that creates a new life. The work within is never easy. It requires you to face yourself, to look straight at what you once avoided. You must let go of ingrained habits, silence the lies that once controlled your thoughts. I know it is painful, for letting go is never easy, but in that very pain you find freedom. Just as a grain of wheat must die to bear many seeds, your old self must be buried so that new life may rise. And when you allow me to do this work, you will find that you are no longer who you once were, but a new creation with a renewed mind and an open heart. I know you have often prayed, "Lord, change my circumstances," but what I am doing is greater. I am changing you. For when you are transformed, circumstances will change on their own. When your mind is renewed, you will see everything differently. When your heart is full of hope, you will see opportunity where others see failure. When you walk with a new spirit, doors will open naturally. This is why I begin from within. Because if you are not changed in heart, then outward blessings will only become burdens unsustainable in the long run. But when your spirit is strong, you will keep what I give and multiply it many times over. I never change you merely to make you slightly better, but to make you complete in my will. I want you to learn to love even when wounded, to be patient, even when pressed, to trust, even when you cannot yet see the way. These are the true fruits of transformation. When they grow in you, the world will know that you are mine, as Jesus said. By their fruits you will know them, Matthew 7:2-0. Your life will bear new fruit, fruit of peace, joy, kindness, and unshakable faith. That will be the evidence that my work with you is finished. So my child, do not resist, do not run. Allow me to do the necessary work in your heart, even if it makes you uncomfortable. Trust that every step I lead you through points toward perfection, and when you are renewed, you will see everything around you begin to change. You will perceive eternity even in the smallest things, and you will realize that you have entered an entirely new life, not just a change of place, but a new life in me. My child, I know your heart still carries many wounds unhealed. There are memories you have tried to bury, sharp words that left scars in your soul, moments you felt abandoned, betrayed, or belittled. You thought time would erase them, yet they remain as invisible burdens, making you question your own worth. But I see all these things, and I declare that now is the time for my hand to heal. I do not want you to step into a new place outwardly, while still imprisoned by unseen chains. True freedom must begin from within. That is why I have come to wipe away the traces of the past, so you may rise with a restored heart. When you cling to your wounds, you will easily see life through suspicious eyes. You will imagine danger where none exists, fear even the opportunities I give, and close your heart to the relationships I send. That is why I must break those chains. I will teach you forgiveness, not to excuse the wrongs of others, but to free you from the weight. Forgiveness does not remove justice, but it opens the way for peace. When you release, I will step in to handle all things with both justice and mercy. As it is written in Romans 1:2-1-9, "Beloved, never avenge yourselves, but leave it to the wrath of God. Let me take care of justice while you step into the freedom of love." I also see the lies the enemy has planted in your mind. He has whispered that you are not good enough, that you will never change, that you are unworthy of my promises. For so long you have believed those lies, and they have become invisible chains that bound you. But today, I declare those chains are broken. You are no longer defined by failure, past mistakes, or human opinion. You are defined by me, the Creator, who called you from the womb. You are fearfully and wonderfully made, created in my image, and called to bring glory to me. Do not let any lie steal your true identity. I have sealed you with my Spirit, and nothing can ever separate you from my eternal love. My child, this inner healing will not only lighten the burden of your soul, but it will also open the door to new blessings. For a heart filled with wounds cannot hold peace when blessing arrives. If you enter the new season without healing, even prosperity could become a burden. But when your heart has been restored, you will walk in freedom, knowing that every good gift comes from me and for my purpose. It is in this healing that you will learn to love without fear of being hurt, to trust without doubt, and to walk with gratitude instead of anxiety. Beloved one, I do not heal you merely to make you feel comforted, but to equip you for a greater mission. Your wounds, once healed, will become a testimony for others. When you share your story of restoration, many will find hope that they too can be set free. I will use the very things that once brought you pain and turn them into instruments of comfort for others. As it is written in 2 Corinthians 1:4, He comforts us in all our troubles, so that we can comfort those in any trouble with the comfort we ourselves receive from God. What you once thought was a scar, I will transform into a badge of victory. Transformation of the inner life is a journey, not a single moment. At times you may move forward and then seem to fall back, but that does not mean failure. It is only the process through which I am leading you. Each time you choose to trust me rather than fear, you take another step forward. Each time you choose forgiveness over bitterness, you break another chain. Each time you choose praise instead of complaint, you open another door for my presence to enter. Do not despise these small steps, for together they build a great journey that leads to complete freedom. Do not be afraid to face yourself, for I will go with you. Do not think you must heal yourself, for my power is enough to do this. You need only surrender everything to me, your pain, your regrets, your dark memories, and I will make all things new. As it is written in Ezekiel 3:6-6, I will give you a new heart and put a new spirit in you. I will remove from you your heart of stone and give you a heart of flesh. I will change your heart, and you will know what true freedom island rider. This process is not easy, but its outcome will be glorious. When you look back, you will see that it was in your tears that I planted the seeds of healing, and now you will reap the harvest of peace, hope, and love. This is the time for you to step into total renewal, not just outward change, but a spirit fully restored in my embrace. Beloved child, the transformation I am working in you is not only for your own benefit, but for a greater mission you have not yet imagined. I heal you so that you may become an instrument of healing to many others. I set you free from chains so that you may hold the keys to open the prisons of those still bound. I raise you from the darkness so that you may become a lamp shining for those who still stumble in search of the way. Understand, this blessing never ends with you. It always flows, multiplies, and brings life to many. This is why I want you completely renewed, that you may stand firm as a living witness of my love and power. Remember the story of Joseph. The years in the prison were not wasted. They were preparing him so that one day he could save many lives in the time of famine. So it is with you. The trials you endured, the tears you shed, were never in vain. I have turned them into a school to train you for a greater mission. What once caused you pain will now become your testimony to reach the hearts of others. They will believe because they see in you someone who once fell, but has now been lifted up by grace. And when you speak, your words will carry power, not from theory, but from living experience. Do not think you are too small to make an impact. I once used a shepherd boy to strike down a giant, a poor widow, to perform a miracle of provision, and unlearned disciples to shake the world. You too need not possess everything you think you require. You only need a willing and obedient heart. I will take care of the rest. I delight in choosing what is weak to shame the strong, what is small to display my greatness. Therefore do not despise yourself. I have called you, and that calling is great enough to transform the very environment around you. The inner transformation I have worked is the foundation by which you will bring blessing to others. When your heart overflows with peace, you will comfort the sorrowful. When your soul is filled with hope, you will plant seeds of hope in the barren ground of despairing hearts. When you have learned to forgive, you will model for others that true freedom comes from releasing bitterness. And when you have tasted my kindness, you will know how to extend that love to those who have never known it. This is how I expand my kingdom, not through loud campaigns, but through each transformed life, each story shared, each soul touched. I want you to remember that this new life is not an ending, but a beginning. Each day I will lead you into new experiences, new opportunities to reveal my glory. Do not think of transformation as a fixed destination. It is an ongoing journey. I will continue to refine you, to enlarge you, to lead you from glory to glory. As 2 Corinthians 3:1-8 declares, we all who with unveiled faces contemplate the Lord's glory are being transformed into His image with ever-increasing glory, which comes from the Lord who is the Spirit. You will see that each step draws you nearer to the likeness of the one you follow. So, my child, prepare your heart to live fully in the mission I have entrusted to you. You are no longer bound by the past, no longer hindered by fear, no longer chained by invisible bonds. You have been set free, and this freedom is not only for your enjoyment, but that you may bring freedom to many others. As you step into the place I have promised, you will see that everything I spoke has come to pass. And in that moment you will not only speak with your mouth, but your very life will be a living sermon, a powerful witness that God is faithful and His love never changes. I am doing new work for you, and it will flow outward. You will become a flame, and that flame will ignite dry hearts. You will become a river, and that river will water thirsty fields. You will become a reminder that no circumstance is too dark for my light to shine, no life too broken for me to restore. This is why I have chosen you, healed you, and sent you. And now, my child, rise up, for the season of mission has come, beloved one. After I have healed and renewed your heart, now I am bringing you into a greater stage expansion. Everything I have done within you was only preparation for what will be revealed outwardly. You cannot remain in the small chamber of old safety, for the potential I planted in you is too great to be confined. Just as a seed that has sprouted cannot remain hidden in the soil but must reach for the sun, so you must be brought out of narrowness into a vast space. This is why I am repositioning you, not only to change circumstances, but to open new territory where you may grow and bear abundant fruit. This expansion does not come by your strength, but by my will. I am the one who opens the way, who breaks down walls, who lowers the mountains and raises the valleys. When I speak a word, every obstacle must fall and every door must open. As it is written in Isaiah 4:5-2, I will go before you and will level the mountains. I will break down gates of bronze and cut through bars of iron. This is my promise to you in this season. You will see doors once closed now swing wide, walls once immovable now collapse. This expansion is not only an opportunity, but a testimony of my power at work in your life. This repositioning may overwhelm you. You once grew accustomed to stability, attached to certain people and places, and thought that was your whole world. But now I am enlarging your boundaries, bringing you to places where your feet have never walked. Do not fear the unfamiliar, for I have already prepared everything you will need. When Israel entered the Promised Land, they faced fortified cities and mighty nations. Yet I was with them, and the walls of Jericho fell in just 7 days, and I granted them victories beyond human ability. So it will be with you. As you step into the new, you will see that what once seemed impossible will become possible by my hand. You will know it was not by your strength, but by my Spirit. This expansion is not for your glory, but for mine. I grant you new territory so that you may be an instrument, bringing light into the darkness. I place you in higher positions not for pride, but so that you may serve more people. Remember, blessing comes with responsibility. The more you are given, the more you must give. I am enlarging your influence, not that you may be praised, but that through you many may come to know me. This is a sacred mission, and I desire you to keep your heart humble, lest you lose your way in success. Do not think that this expansion will come without challenges. The enemy will try to sow fear, telling you that you are unworthy, that you are not capable of stepping into the new territory. He will remind you of past failures, past mistakes, in order to make you hesitate. But you must stand firm on my word. I have declared every place that the sole of your foot will tread upon I have given to you, Joshua 1:3. This means that as long as you walk in faith, you will possess what I have promised. The enemy cannot take away what I have ordained for you. He may try to discourage you, but he cannot stop you if you keep your trust wholly in me. This expansion is also an enlargement of your mind and vision. You will no longer view things through narrow lenses, but with the wide eyes of faith. I will teach you to dream bigger dreams, to ask for bolder things, and to believe for miracles beyond human reason. As you open your heart, you will see that I am the limitless God, unconfined by circumstances or time. What you once thought was great is only the beginning for me. What you once considered a limit, I will turn into a launching pad to take you further. This is the season where I am stretching your vision, so that you no longer think only of yourself but of generations to come. My child, prepare your heart to receive the new people, the new connections I am sending your way. Some will come to support you, some will come to walk alongside you, and some will come to be uplifted by you. All are part of my plan. Do not close your heart out of fear of being hurt, for I will give you discernment to recognize those I have sent. Remember, expansion is never a solitary journey. It always comes with divine connections. And when you walk with those I have chosen, you will witness the power of unity, revealing my glory in a mighty way. Be assured that I have gone ahead of you to prepare the way. Everything is ready, waiting only for you to step forward. Do not fear and do not delay. This is the time of your repositioning, not for loss but for fullness. You will look back and see that every move, every enlargement, was evidence of my faithfulness. And you will sing, "The Lord has done great things for us, and we are filled with joy." Psalm 126:3. My beloved child, I want you to understand that expansion does not mean you will enter without resistance. On the contrary, the closer you draw to new territory, the greater the obstacles you will face. Do not take them as signs that I am absent, but see them as proof that you are moving in the right direction. For the enemy never opposes one who is standing still. He only rises to resist when he knows someone is about to enter into blessing. When Israel approached the Promised Land, they had to cross the Jordan at flood stage. It seemed impossible, but when the priests set their feet in the water, the river parted and the whole nation crossed on dry ground. My child, I will do the same for you. When you walk by faith, the obstacles that seem insurmountable will dissolve before my power. I know you feel afraid when you think of possessing the new land. You ask, what if I am not strong enough? What if the enemy is greater? But I declare to you that victory does not come from your strength, but from my presence with you. As I said to Joshua, have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go, Joshua 1:9. That promise was not only for him, but it is for you today. Do not let fear hold you back, for I am your strength and your fortress. Every opposing force will melt away when I go before you. As you step into new territory, you will need perseverance. Blessing is not always revealed instantly. Some things I give quickly, but others require you to patiently endure in order to see them fully. Just as a young tree needs time to take root, blessing requires a process to become established. Do not be discouraged if results do not appear immediately. Do not assume that delay means failure. Each day you walk in obedience, you are laying the foundation for lasting success. Remember Paul's words, "Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up." Galatians 6:9. What you sow today will blossom in the coming season, and I assure you that the harvest will be abundant. Expansion will also test your faithfulness. As you are entrusted with more, you may be tempted to think it is the result of your own strength. But I remind you that blessing is sustained only when you remain humble. Do not forget that I am both the giver and the sustainer. If your heart turns away from me, the very blessing can become a burden. But if you keep your eyes fixed on me, blessing will become an instrument to reveal my love and power. As written in Deuteronomy 8:1-8, remember the Lord your God, for it is He who gives you the ability to produce wealth and so confirms His covenant. Always remember that everything you receive is for the fulfillment of my purpose. My child, not every open door is from me. There are false doors set up by the enemy to distract you. They may appear attractive, easy, but they lead only to dead ends. That is why you need spiritual discernment. Do not rush into any opportunity simply because it presents itself. Seek my face, and I will show you the true path. You will hear a voice within saying, "This is the way. Walk in it." Isaiah 3:0-1. My wisdom will be the lamp for your feet, and you will not be deceived by counterfeit paths. Prepare yourself to face opposition. Not everyone will rejoice when you enter into blessing. Some will envy, some will doubt, and some will try to pull you down. But do not fear, for I myself will be your defense. As Psalm the 23rd of December lares, you prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. Even when the enemy surrounds you, I will give you peace and provision. Stand firm, for no weapon forged against you shall prosper. Let your life and actions be the answer, rather than arguments or retaliation. My faithfulness will testify on your behalf. This expansion also brings greater responsibility. I am not giving you new territory simply for your enjoyment, but so you may serve more people. Remember, true glory is not in how much you receive, but in how much you give. As you live for others, your blessing will overflow. This is the principle of the kingdom. Whoever sows generously will also reap generously, and whoever gives will be given even more. So be generous in love, in forgiveness, in kindness, and in provision for others. When you live with an open heart, heaven's doors will open wide, and abundance will pour down without end. Expansion is not a burden, but an opportunity for my glory to shine through your life. Do not fear trials, for they are stepping stones for you to witness my power. Do not lose heart at delays, for they are the process I use to strengthen your roots. Do not grow proud in success, for blessings remain secure only when I am at the center. And never forget, in all things you are never alone. I have gone before you to prepare the way, and I will walk with you to ensure you fully inherit what I have promised. My beloved child, the ultimate purpose of expansion is not merely to give you a new place or higher position, but to reveal my glory through your life. Every step, every blessing, every open door is a testimony of my faithfulness. When others look at you and see things happening beyond natural ability, they will not be able to deny that only God could have done it. You will become a mirror, reflecting light, not to draw attention to yourself, but to point everyone back to me. This is why I emphasize that you must remain humble, for only in humility does blessing become a flowing stream instead of a stagnant pool. I have chosen you not because you are perfect, but because I desire to reveal grace through your weakness. I once chose a young shepherd to be king, a simple fisherman to be an apostle, and a persecutor of the church to write much of the New Testament. You too are part of that same story, chosen not because of worthiness, but because of my eternal love and will. Your very weakness makes my power complete, for my power is made perfect in weakness. 2 Corinthians 1:2-9. Therefore, as you step into new territory, never boast in your own strength, but always remember that it is my grace that undergirds everything. My child, expansion also brings new trials. With greater territory comes greater responsibility. To whom much is given, much will be required. I do not bless you only for enjoyment, but for wise stewardship. I want you to be a faithful manager, using blessing to serve, to uplift, to build, not to hoard for yourself. As written in Luke 1:6-10, whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much. If you are faithful with what I place in your hands today, I will entrust you with greater things tomorrow. Do not be surprised if expansion leads you into new battles. Blessings rarely arrive in empty fields. They are often found in the midst of conflict. When Israel took the promised land, they faced many battles. Yet in each one I was with them, granting victory. and strengthening their faith. So it will be with you. When you face trials, do not think I have abandoned you. It is in the battle that you will discover my true strength. It is in hardship that you will learn to depend on me rather than yourself. And it is in steadfastness that you will be shaped to step into greater things. I am writing a story that does not end with your life, but will touch generations after you. The seeds you sow today will bloom tomorrow, even in the lives of people you may never meet. I am building a spiritual legacy through you, so that many will partake of the fruit of your faithfulness. Just as Abraham received promises not only for himself, but for his descendants, so too your obedience today will lay the foundation for a generation that knows me, loves me, and walks in my plan. Stay alert, for expansion often comes with temptation. The enemy will try to plant pride, making you believe you no longer need me. He will attempt to lure you with fleeting successes, causing you to forget your true purpose. But I remind you, true success is not what human eyes can see, but whether your heart remains with me. If you stay closely connected to me, you will never be lost, whether in the valley or on the mountaintop. I am the vine, you are the branch. As long as you abide in me, you will bear much fruit, John 1:5. But apart from me, you can do nothing. My child, expansion will also open the way for new miracles. You will see me act in ways you have never experienced before. I will do things beyond comprehension, so you will know that I am the God of the impossible. When you face a wall, I will bring it down. When you walk through the sea, I will part the waters. When you need provision, I will open heaven's treasury and pour out supply. Every miracle you experience will not only meet your needs, but will also testify to others. And as you share, their faith will be ignited, leading them to put their trust in me as well. Therefore, step into this expansion with a heart of humility, faithfulness, and steadfastness. Do not worry about what you have not yet seen, for I have already seen it all beforehand. Do not fear what you do not yet know, for I am the one who knows everything. And do not doubt what I have promised, for my word never returns void. Be assured that I have positioned you, and no power can overturn that decision. You will enter, you will possess, and you will stand firm, not by your own strength, but because I, the living and faithful one, am with you. My beloved child, when I bring you into new territory, I not only bless and enlarge your borders, but I also build a hedge of protection around you. For blessings cannot stand without safeguarding. Do not think I am leading you, only to leave you exposed to every attack. On the contrary, I am your shelter, your fortress, your shield that surrounds you, as it is written in Psalm 91. He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. This is your assurance. In this new season, wherever you go, my hand covers you, and you will never be left alone in the battle. My child, when you step into new territory, the enemy will surely rise in anger. He does not want to see you inherit the blessing or stand firm in freedom. He will try to plant doubt, stir fear, and raise obstacles. But remember this, no weapon formed against you shall prosper, Isaiah 5:4-17. I have set my protection around you, and my angels are sent to guard every step you take. Though arrows may fly by day, and terror may stalk by night, none of these shall touch you. This does not mean you will never face challenges, but it means challenges cannot destroy you, for I am with you. I will keep your mind in perfect peace, even when storms rage around you. For the enemy knows that if he cannot break you from the outside, he will attempt to break you from within by sowing worry, fear, or bitterness. But I declare the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. Philippians 4:7. This is the shield that will guard your thoughts. So when the storm rises, keep your eyes fixed on me, and you will find peace flowing like a river. My protection also manifests in the way I close doors that are not meant for you. There are opportunities you may think are good, but they are traps. There are relationships you may want to hold on to, but they will pull you away from my purpose. I will not hesitate to close such doors, even if you do not understand at the moment. Do not grieve when a door shuts, for it is my way of keeping you safe. Just as a father keeps his child from walking into danger, I guard you from what could harm you. And you will see that every time a door closes, another will open, the one that truly leads you into blessing. At times I will say no to things you desire, not because I am harsh, but because I see the dangers you cannot yet see. I do not give you everything at once, for I know if you receive too much before you are ready, the blessing itself would become a burden. Trust that every delay and every boundary I set is for your protection. Just as a mother does not place a sharp knife into the hand of a small child, I know the right time when you are ready to carry greater responsibilities. Trust in my wisdom, for I never withhold any good thing from those who walk uprightly. My child, I also protect you through the community I place around you. I have not designed you to walk alone, for isolation makes you vulnerable to attack. I give you companions, those who can pray for you, lift you up, and remind you when you stray. This is the spiritual hedge I build. Treasure and stay connected with them, for unity will keep the enemy from breaking in. Where 2 or 3 gather in prayer, I am there among them. And when you stay in the community I have ordained, you will see multiplied strength, not because of numbers, but because of my presence in their midst. My protection is also my promise never to leave you. I have said I will never leave you nor forsake you. Hebrews 1:3-5. This is not an empty comfort, but an eternal covenant. Wherever you go, whatever you face, my presence will not depart. When you are weak, I will lift you up. When you are afraid, I will comfort you. When you are attacked, I will fight for you. My presence itself is the strongest fortress, and no power can break through it. Do not worry about what you cannot control, for I hold it in my hands. Do not tremble at the schemes of darkness, for I have set my light as a shield around you. And do not doubt my protection, for it is not dependent on circumstances, but on my unchanging nature. Rest in me, trust me, and walk with confidence, for I am the one who guards you now and forevermore. My beloved child, I want you to understand that my protection is not only an invisible wall around you, but also an invitation for you to live in watchfulness and trust. I build the hedge, but you must choose to stay within it. I give you the armor, but you must put it on each day. If you let down your guard, the enemy will find a crack. Thus, protection comes not only from me, but also through your partnership with me in faith and obedience. Remember the words of the Apostle Paul in Ephesians 6:1-1, "Put on the full armor of God, so that you can stand against the schemes of the devil." This is the spiritual cooperation. I provide the armor, and you put it on to hold the ground. The enemy cannot touch you when you remain within my hedge, but he will try to lure you outside. He whispers, "Just once won't hurt." He presents temptations that seem harmless, but are snares in disguise. That is why you must stay alert and pray, for weakness does not lie in the enemy, but in complacency. As Jesus told his disciples, "Watch and pray, so that you will not fall into temptation. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak." Matthew 2:6-4-1. Keep your mind awake. Do not let your spiritual eyes be blinded by sweet-sounding lies. Every step away from the hedge weakens the protection that has already been given. My protection is strongest when you build your life upon my word. My word is the sword of the Spirit, the only weapon that strikes back against the enemy. When he plants lies that you are worthless, answer with the truth, "I am fearfully and wonderfully made." Psalm 139:1-4. When he says you are abandoned, declare, "I will never leave you nor forsake you." Hebrews 1:3-5. When he whispers that you will fail, stand on this promise, "I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me." Philippians 4:1-3. Do not stay silent before lies, for silence gives them space. Lift up your voice, proclaim, and use my promises as a sharp sword to cut down every deception. My child, an essential part of my protection is a life of prayer. Prayer is not for me to learn your needs, for I know them even before you speak. Prayer aligns your heart and mind with mine. When you pray, you build an invisible fortress around yourself. When you pray, you release my power to move in your situation. When you pray, you invite my presence to cover your family, your work, and every corner of your life. Do not treat prayer as an option, but as spiritual breath itself. As Paul wrote, pray without ceasing, 1 Thessalonians 5:17. Unceasing prayer leaves no room for the enemy, for he meets a strong wall built by intimate communion between you and me. Do not think that protection is only to keep you safe. It is also the foundation for you to step out with boldness. A soldier wears armor not to hide, but to go to battle. I protect you not so that you live in hiding, but so that you may courageously possess new territory. If you only seek safety, you will never experience great glory. But when you understand that my protection comes with tuafe, my sending you, will walk with confidence, knowing that no power can hinder you. As David declared, even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Psalm 2:3-4. You are not called to live in fear, but to walk in power and spiritual assurance. My protection also extends to your family, to those you love. When you stand in covenant with me, the blessing does not stop with you, but flows outward to those around you. As in Exodus 12, the blood of the lamb on the doorpost did not only cover the believer, but also kept their household safe. Stand firm in faith, and that protection will cover those for whom you intercede. Do not doubt the power of your prayer, for it builds a wall of holy fire around the ones you love. I delight to grant you this privilege to be a watchman, an intercessor, one who stands in the gap where the wall is broken. Live in my protection by staying watchful, by praying, and by putting on the armor I have given you. Remember, the enemy is not to be feared, for he has already been defeated at the cross. Your victory does not come from your own effort, but from the finished work of Christ. All you need to do is stand firm in that victory without being shaken. I protect, I guard, but you must cooperate through obedience, steadfastness, and faith. And when you do so, no force, no scheme, no darkness will be able to steal your peace and blessing. My beloved child, now I declare to you the time of fulfillment has come. Everything I have done in your season of preparation, every trial you have endured, every prayer you have persistently lifted up, all of it has led to this moment. This is no longer a season of waiting, but a time when you will see results manifest. The seeds you have sown in tears will now bloom in joy. As the scripture says, those who sow with tears will reap with songs of joy. Psalm 1:2-6-5. You have endured sorrow, now you shall step into joy. You have walked through darkness, now you shall behold the radiant light of fulfillment. This fulfillment does not arrive suddenly, but has been ordained by me from the beginning. I have not forgotten a single promise. Even when you thought I was silent, I was orchestrating everything behind the scenes. Just as a farmer does not see the plant the day he sows, yet trusts that harvest will come, you too have believed and waited. Now the harvest is rising. Open your eyes to see the new thing I am doing. Do not doubt, do not deny, for this is not a dream but a reality. You will soon see with your eyes what you once only dared to believe in your heart. My child, this fulfillment will exceed your imagination. You ask for one, but I will give tenfold. You expected one door, but I will open many at once. You thought you would stand in narrow boundaries, but I am enlarging your territory beyond measure. This is my nature, the God of abundance, the one who gives without limit. As Ephesians 3:20 declares, now to him who is able to do immeasurably more than all we ask or imagine, according to his power that is at work within us. Believe with certainty that what is coming will go beyond your limited understanding, for I am the Infinite One. The fulfillment is not only material blessing or visible success, it is peace in your soul, freedom in your spirit, and fullness in love. You will no longer tremble in fear, no longer be bound by the past, no longer anxious about the future. You will walk with confidence, knowing that I have gone before you, I am with you, and I remain behind you to guard. You will witness relationships restored, dreams that seemed dead come alive, and doors once thought forever closed now swing wide open. All of this testifies that I am the faithful God who never forgets his promises. This fulfillment is also the time when I call you to rise and testify. Do not keep the blessing only for yourself, share it to encourage others. Tell your journey so that those still waiting may be strengthened in hope. Your life itself will be a living testimony that God hears prayer and answers at the appointed time. When you open your mouth to declare, you not only glorify me, but also plant faith in weary souls. As Revelation 1:2-1:1 says, they triumphed over him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony. Your testimony will become a weapon through which many others will also rise and believe. Prepare your heart to receive this fulfillment with humility and gratitude. Do not forget that everything you have comes by my grace. Do not allow the blessing to draw you away from me, but let it pull you closer. With every new gift, immediately lift up thanksgiving. With every victory, give glory to me. When you keep that heart, blessings will not come only once, but will flow continuously. For I am not a God who gives one time and stops, but the God who provides unceasingly, day after day, season after season. I rejoice that you have reached this stage. I have seen your perseverance, your stumbles yet rising again, your prayers offered in the dark. Now I want you to know that not one tear was wasted, not one prayer went unheard. Everything has worked together to bring you to this moment, the moment when you begin to reap. Therefore, lift up your head and walk in joy. This is your time, your harvest, the fulfillment of my words. Sing praise, for truly the Lord has done great things for you. My beloved child, when you step into the season of fulfillment, remember that blessings are not only for enjoyment, but also for stewardship. Many have been given, but because they did not know how to keep it, they let it slip away. Do not think that blessing will automatically last forever. It must be nurtured, tended, and placed rightly. Like a garden, if left uncared for, it will wither, but if tended, it will yield fruit continually. So too, what you receive from me must be guarded with faith, humility, and faithfulness. Always remember, the enemy will not remain still when he sees you walking in blessing. He will try to divert you, to plant pride in your heart, or to make you believe you can maintain it by your own strength. But blessing is never sustained by human effort. Only abiding in me guarantees endurance. As Jesus said, I am the vine, you are the branches. If you remain in me, and I in you, you will bear much fruit. Apart from me, you can do nothing. John 1:5-5. Therefore, if you want to sustain your harvest, you must remain rooted in me, for I am the source of all things. Blessing comes with responsibility. The more you are given, the more faithfully you must manage. I do not give to you so that you hoard, but so that you become a channel. When I pour out, let it flow through you to others. Do not hold it back, for a river that is dammed becomes stagnant. But when you release it, blessing will continue to flow without ceasing. As Proverbs 1:1-5 declares, a generous person will prosper. Whoever refreshes others will be refreshed. This is a spiritual law. The more you give, the more you will receive. As you stand in your season of fulfillment, guard your heart with humility. Remember that all you have does not come from skill or talent, but from my grace. Do not let success distance you from me, but let it draw you closer. With every victory, lift up thanksgiving. With every blessing, remember the source. When you give glory to me, I will continue to add more, for I know you will not let blessing become a stumbling block. But if you begin to think it is your own achievement, the blessing will become a burden and joy will turn to emptiness. Humility is the key to sustaining abundance. I bless you not only to possess, but to be a faithful steward. Good stewardship means knowing what to keep, what to share, and what to sow further. If you hold too tightly, you lose balance. But if you sow rightly, you will see multiplication. Just as the faithful servant used his talents to gain more, I also desire that you multiply what I entrust to you. Blessings are not meant to stop with you, but to spread, to bring transformation to your family, your community, and the generations after you. Fulfillment must also be guarded with watchfulness. When you are lifted up, new temptations and new trials will come alongside. People will try to pull you away from your true purpose, suggesting shortcuts and compromises. But remember this, what you gain by compromise will never endure. Only what is built upon righteousness and truth will last. Therefore, be alert, do not let your heart be swayed by outward glitter. Keep your eyes fixed on me, so that every decision is laid upon the foundation of my word. Fulfillment does not mean the process has ended. It is only the beginning of a new journey. Every blessing you receive opens the way to new responsibility. Every door that opens leads to a greater challenge. Yet do not be afraid, for I have prepared you for this. You have been trained in difficult seasons, and now you are strong enough to guard the blessing. Do not grow complacent, and do not lose heart. Continue to walk each day in obedience, and you will see your blessing not only remain but multiply. Walk through this season of fulfillment with gratitude, humility, and faithfulness. Guard the blessing with faith, nourish it through prayer, and multiply it by giving. When you do this, the blessing will never close but will become a continuous stream flowing from one generation to another. And you will be a living testimony that the Lord does not only give blessings, but also sustains and multiplies them for those who remain faithful. My beloved child, now I call you to step out with boldness, for the season of waiting has ended and the season of fulfillment has opened. Every word I have spoken has come to pass. Not one has fallen to the ground. You have endured shifting. You have borne transformation. You have witnessed expansion. You have experienced protection. And now you stand in the midst of fulfillment. This entire journey was not to weary you, but to prepare you for this very moment, the moment you walk in the fullness of promise. Let your heart overflow with praise, for I, your God, have performed marvelous things. Remember, this is not only an ending, but the beginning of a new chapter. The blessing you receive today is only the foundation for greater things I will continue to do. As I declared through the prophet, see, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? Isaiah 4:3-19. The new continually springs forth, and you will see me lead you from glory to glory. Do not let your heart settle in satisfaction, but keep reaching forward, ever longing to go deeper into my will. For the journey with me is a journey without limit. The joy you receive today is not only for yourself, but also a lamp to shine for many others. Let your life be a testimony so that people who look at you will see my faithfulness. Tell of what I have done, share the restoration, the protection, and the miracles. When you speak, faith will be stirred in others. When you testify, they will find hope that I can do the same for them. This is how my kingdom spreads, not only through preaching, but through a life transformed and radiant before many. Do not fear the challenges ahead, for I will be with you as I always have. Remember, when you were in the night, I was your light. When you were in trial, I was your strength. When you were in confusion, I was your wisdom. Shall I not also keep you in your season of fulfillment? I never change. My love never fades. Walk firmly, for my presence will go with you now and forever. I call you to live in faithfulness and humility. Do not let blessings make you forget the giver. Do not let success overshadow a thankful heart. Remember, I do not bless you so you may live for yourself, but so that you become a channel of blessing to many. Use what I place in your hand to lift others, to heal, to reveal my love. When you are faithful with little, I will entrust you with much. When you pour it out, I will fill it again. And when you keep your eyes fixed on me, your blessing will never run dry. My child, this entire journey is evidence that I am the faithful God. From the moment I breathed life into you until today, every detail has been within my plan. Not one moment was wasted, not one trial was meaningless. All has been woven by my hand into a perfect tapestry. Now, as you stand here, you can look back and see clearly. My hand has never left you. This must be the foundation of your faith for the days to come. Whatever happens, always remember, I am the one who has led you, and I will continue to lead you to the end. Therefore, step into this new season with boldness and gratitude. Lift your head high, for you are no longer a wanderer but an heir. You are no longer forgotten but chosen. You are no longer waiting but walking in fulfillment. This is the season in which you will see multiplication, the season in which promises become reality, the season in which blessings overflow not only to you but also to those around you. And as you live in this fulfillment, all of heaven will sing, "Truly the Lord has done marvelous things." Engrave this truth. My child, the best is not behind you, but ahead. Do not look back with regret. Do not stop midway, but keep moving forward. Each day is a new opportunity to experience my faithfulness. Each season is a new chapter in the story I write for you. And that story will never end in defeat, for I am the finisher. You belong to me and you are safe in my hand. Believe with certainty that from this day and forever I will remain your God, the one who leads, who guards, and who blesses. Thank you for listening to today's message. Subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that together we may receive the living word to build a steadfast faith and walk in the boundless love of the Lord. Amen.